Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Ben Clymer. I'm Audra Martin. The Minnesota Wild had a tough challenge ahead of them tonight, going against the Chicago Blackhawks, who are already starting to look again like one of the best teams in the NHL, but they would have to take on the Hawks without Zach Parise and Mikael Granlund, only to then be down 3 more forwards for a majority of the third period. But resiliency was the theme of the game tonight, and they end up with the big 5-2 win over the Blackhawks. Nothing seemed to be able to hold this team back, even with all those injuries tonight.
Well, quite a game, and especially important when your goaltender is your best player, and that certainly was the case with Devan Dubnyk, not to be overshadowed by the fact that Chris Stewart continues to impress us, scoring a couple of nice goals, and Jason Zucker buzzing everywhere, taking a huge bite out of what was that vacancy in the forward position with players going down in that third period. Number 16 ate up a lot of minutes and did a nice job doing it.
Devan Dubnyk picks up his 100th win in a Wild sweater. Here's a look at the rest of tonight's final stats. 38 shots for the Blackhawks, 34 for the Minnesota Wild. It was a good night on special teams for the Wild. The power play goal coming from Jason Zucker, and a perfect 5 for 5 on the penalty kill tonight. Bruce Boudreau talked about his team effort heading into Chicago, especially coming off of 3 days of solid practice, seemed to pay off tonight for the Wild.
I think it stemmed from the guys in practice all week, really practiced hard, and they came in here wanting to win. You know, maybe we caught them on a tired night being 3 games in 4 nights, but I thought our resiliency, especially after they tied it, where you could have went, oh my God, here they go, and we came right back and scored.
So here's a look at the next 3 for the Minnesota Wild. It's finally time to have hockey back in Minnesota. The home opener Saturday against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Then they head back on the road again to take on the Winnipeg Jets, followed by the Calgary Flames the next day. But we just got some bad news from Bruce Boudreau, saying most likely Nino Niederreiter and Charlie Coyle will not be available for that opener against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And that's a tough matchup even when you're 100% healthy. But now the Minnesota Wild are looking at being down 4, possibly 5 forwards against a tough team. That's going to be a challenge.
It's not going to be easy, but the next guy up mentality that we've spoke about today certainly going to have to persist for this Minnesota Wild team. And oh, by the way, Devan Dubnyk, yep, he's still going to have to be very good against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
They were a very resilient team tonight against the Blackhawks. We'll see if they can carry that theme over to the home opener against the Columbus Blue Jackets. We look forward to seeing you then. For Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.